Welcome to Hey Miss Parker. I'm Miss Parker, and I'm glad that you're joining us today. Today is our first video that we're doing, and we're going to do a video pertaining to the holidays. I have with me today, say your name,
Willard
and
Shanice.
And our topic that we're going to discuss today is the parent-child relationship. So we are working on a gingerbread house. And I want to discuss the different phases in childhood that would benefit from the parent-child relationship. Well, my daughter, she's here, but she's doing the camera on this side. So if you see me switching from you to this location, know that we have a camera that's operating on this in this direction. So anyway, the benefits of the parent-child relationship, when we look at the younger years, 3 to 5 years old, when we do a type of project like this, one of the benefits in all ages is learning about oral tradition or family tradition or family customs. So I want to ask Willard. Willard, is there something that you remember that your family would always do?
Yes.
Yes. Give us an example. You look at the camera.
Like Christmas, one person will wake up and wake up the whole house, and for Christmas, and like we will make different things, like gingerbread houses, little muffin houses.
Very good.
And like we will make fried Oreos and make a cake.
Well, that's interesting. So in the process of, Willard's family doing the fried Oreos or whatever activities they do, usually conversation goes on, or they converse. They converse with one another, and you're able to learn about family traditions. Like, oh, my grandmother, she used to do so-and-so or this. And then this is something that goes down from generation to generations. So when Willard is a grown man and he's interacting with his children, that same story that he would tell back to his children. Also, when you're working with smaller children and you're doing an activity, one of the things that a child would learn, especially from toddler into kindergarten year, is that they can learn about colors. So when you're interacting, you're talking, you can say, well, what color is this? What color is this thing? What is this color? Could you please count for me? So those are some of the things that you could get with the younger children. One thing before I continue on that I like, and the way I remember this is because it has my same name, Dana. So D is for discovery. So when we're dealing with children from birth on to, at the age of 5 or even 7, they're discovering themselves. So when you're doing an activity such as this, you allow them an opportunity to get their own ideas of how they want to construct the gingerbread house. The next level is adventure. Those are the ages between 7 to like 12 years old when they learn to have friends outside of the family. So when you're doing an activity like this, you can have a discussion. Well, how is your friend Amy doing? Tell me about your friendship with Amy. Why do you like Amy? Why do you like Sue? Whatever. Because we understand at this stage or this age that the children are having friends outside of the home. They're doing sports outside of the home. They're doing more adventurous stuff to discover what they like and what they don't like. So when you're doing an activity, a parent-child activity, this is another benefit. Then we move on to the end. The end is the narcissistic stage. That's the I am. That's when the kids are usually from, let's say, 13 on to 19 years of age. That's when it's about me. Usually that's when you see the child separating themselves from the family and doing more stuff independently outside because they're establishing their relationship. So when you're doing an activity with the child at this age, you can talk more about their identity. Well, what is it that you want to do in life? You could talk about careers, and you could talk about more futuristic things. The last letter, A in Dana, is autonomy. That's the stage that many of us don't even strive to get to. That's that independence. That's understanding who you are, what you want to do inside life. So at that age, when you do an activity like this, even if the child is grown, then you could talk about, well, what are some of your goals? What are the things that you want to do and accomplish between now and X amount of age, between now 20 and 40 years of age. So the parent-child relationship is very important, and I want you to focus on them working together. And let me ask a few more questions. I'm sorry, I didn't ask you, Missy. What are some of your traditions? What are some of your family traditions that you remember? Or some things or some stories? Because that's how we also learn about our history, is not only things that we do that we become accustomed or that becomes a tradition, but also learning about our lineage. So do you want to discuss or say anything that you remember about your family history or a tradition, something that you did with your family, or even a saying that's been going through your family for years?
All I remember is like my grandma getting a real tree, not like the little plastic ones.
Oh,
And my cat destroyed the tree and all the ornaments. That's the last time we got a real tree.
That's the last time we got a tree. But that alone, the process of axing down, picking your tree, because you have locations where you could go, where you could pick out the tree in a particular area, and they'll cut it down for you. So that process alone, it seemed like that was a tradition that you guys did that probably came to an end. But those are things that you remember. So it's history. So she could tell her children that I remember my grandmother, once she got a tree and X, Y, and Z, and whatever happened to the tree. So those are all the important things about the parent-child relationship. So what are the benefits? The benefits is when they're small, what they could do. You could teach them about your family. You could teach them about counting, patterns. As they get older, they're able to make their own gingerbread house or whatever the activity. Like I said, we're just using a gingerbread house because we're in the holiday season now. So as they get older and independent, although it might seem as a simple activity, this is something that so much could be learned, that you could learn about and you could do together. And you can learn about that person can learn about you, your daughter can learn about you, your son can learn about you, you can learn things about your son and your daughter. So I would like for you to thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, and I hope that this video is beneficial to you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.